SHARKIN!
Alright folks, today we're gonna bring you Shark Death. Okay, so we only got one copy of Armagon in our deck. Armagon is the mutant shark that destroys up to 3 creatures when it enters. Originally I built the deck inspired by Armagon and had more copies, but as the deck evolved, I just found that it really wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. It's still a little bit too expensive to cast, so the deck is still named Shark Death in honor of this card, but yes, we are only running one copy. Our primary players here are Valgavoss Faithful, 1-drop for 4 mana, sacrifice it, bring back any creature from your graveyard. We're gonna pair that up with one of my favorite alchemy cards. We've got the Kami of Mourning for 3 mana. When it enters, you can target a creature you control or a creature in your graveyard, and then perpetually give it, when a creature with greater mana value than this creature dies, return this creature from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. You put this on your 1-drop, your Valgavoss Faithful, and then you're going to be, anytime anything else dies that's mana value greater than 1, you're going to start getting your Valgavoss Faithful back. Pretty sure you can see how this is going to start rolling together. Then in our 2-drop slot, one of our main removal pieces here is the Accursed Marauder, 2 mana. When it enters play, each player sacrifices a non-token creature. So we're going to use that to get rid of a lot of our opponent's stuff, and every time a 3-drop dies, if we get triggered that, we can then use the trigger on the Accursed Marauder to sacrifice itself, and then it also brings back our Valgavoss Faithful once again. So we got lots of chances here to do stuff with that. We're going to use a lot of these cards. We've got a lot of utility players here, like we've got Wreckage Wicker Folk, to surveil cards into our graveyard. We've got the Revenant here to surveil some more cards into our graveyard. We've got the Gixian Puppeteer to reanimate and also grab us a little bit of extra life if we draw some extra cards. We do have some extra card effects, or some extra draw effects, I should say, with both Village Rites and Eviscerators Insight here to try and reload our hand. We've got a bunch of little utilities, little 1-drops to help us out. We've got one of my favorite cards in Fear of Lost Teeth. We've got the Cursebound Witch, who's got a great spellbook we can start drafting things from. We've got our Life Drain effects. We've got 1 Blood Artist, 1 Zulgor Cutthroat, and 1 copy of Sephiroth. We have a whole bunch of utility players, big creatures here. We'll kind of show you slowly one by one. Those are all there so that we can grab them with our Bury Alive, throw them in the yard as we need to kind of help us in a bunch of different situations. Abomination, for example, is really good with control decks. Grey Merchant of Asphodel lets us start draining the opponent if they're playing life games shenanigans. We can start really draining opponents based on if we start getting everything we need. And things like the demon here will allow us to start tutoring every time it comes back. Well, since we can reanimate a lot of our creatures multiple times a turn, that can start loading up our hands with exactly what we want to use to get out of whatever situation we're in. Mana base, a little bit unusual. We got a high market here to sacrifice creatures. We've got some Phyrexian Towers to sacrifice creatures at instant speed. We've got the Gaia Reach Sanitarium, only one of it, but it's to try and discard those large creatures that we don't want in our hand. And we've just got a bunch of stuff here. We'll get into some games and you can see how it works.
SHARKIN!
Very good hand, almost completely on curve. Valgavoss Faithful on 1, Wreckage Wicker Folk on 2, Kami of Mourning on 3. Almost perfect up here. A little bit of Village Rites to protect our Faithful. In fact, I would even consider probably just attacking with the Faithful and killing it anyways to get it in the graveyard so it can't be interrupted. Oh, opponent is going to Dreams of Steel and Oil. Wow. Really, really good card against us. We'll see what they pick. I have a feeling they're going to get that Kami. If they know what they're doing, I think they will. But, I mean, this could also be an argument to be made for the Valgavoss Faithful, as we're going to get that into the graveyard right away. The Wickerfolk. Wow, that's literally the last thing I would pick. Whoa. I have no idea why the opponent took that. Whew. Crap. Okay, we sacrificed the Faithful. Great. We'll hold up this Marauder, no point in doing it. Maybe we play the Marauder and then quickly sacrifice it to Village Rites before it resolves to try and draw more cards. Right now, I'm not sure what to do. Get that land down. Yeah, I think we're just gonna play the Commune. We'll target the Faithful. We'll see what happens from here. Ooh, also got a big deck, 160 cards. Children's Edict. Sure, that's fine. We'll get that Boss Faithful back, no problem. Then I'll flip back up the Curse of Marauder. No worries. Pretty happy with how things are going so far in this game. Hopeless Nightmare. Alright, let's discard Gary. We don't want to cast him anyways for 5, we'd much rather reanimate him. Victimize. Well, can't really do anything with that. Since we're put on full control here, get that Accursed Marauder down, and we can Village Rites it to auto-pay that. Boom, get it up. We'll get the Boss Faithful up. Unfortunately, the trigger will still be on the stack from the Marauder, but so we'll have to kill it anyways. Oh, but the opponent decides to Edict us regardless, and gets rid of the creature even though it was going away, burns their own removals. Wow. Necromancy. Targeting the Commune. Putting the trigger on our own Commune. Wow, this is so good. Okay, Gifting Puppeteer. We've got so many things. I'd be happy to bring anything up. They're gonna bring Tutor. I have to assume they gotta be getting Tutor, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. There's no way it's this. And we're getting exiled with the Tutor. Well, there goes our graveyard. Probably a bigger problem than we think, except the fact that we have this Buried Alive, so I think we can reload pretty well here. Yeah, gonna start with Probomination, since apparently they wanted to do that to us. I'm guessing from the crab thing. And there's our... We'll grab that. Nope, we're gonna get rid of that Probomination. We'll get the Valgaboss Faithful, and we're gonna go with... Now, okay, we'll be Crab Abomination. Just rethinking. Downside of Buried Alive is that if you do pick 3 things, you click on all 3 of them, you're going to get them. You don't get a chance to confirm that in the interface, so it is better to kind of hold off a bit. Turgrid's Lantern. So sometimes we actually will play Turgid Lantern on its backside for ourselves. Sure, let's sacrifice this Puppeteer. How about we sacrifice the Puppeteer, we'll get back, say, I don't know, an Accursed Marauder. Look at that. Okay, so here we go. Now we got a Starving Revenant. We're gonna cast that. We only have 5 permanents in the graveyard, but that's fine. Might as well, yeah, keep both of those. Draw both of them. We'll play the Witch out so that we have something else to sacrifice, and that way we can sacrifice the Revenant later. Maybe to Victimize. We attack with it first. Still gonna kind of figure this out. I feel like maybe playing the Crab might not be so bad here. Yeah, let's sacrifice a permanent. Let's sacrifice the Revenant. Let's get back the Commune. When that comes back, we will target something else. Okay, target the graveyard. Target the Boss Faithful, of course. First. Opponent has an untapped Turgid's Lantern. A little surprising, but that's alright. They're gonna meet Hookmaster. Okay. They gain 2 life. We get back Boss Faithful. Take Cruel Reality off of the Witch. So this way they're gonna lose 5 life every time they can't sacrifice a creature or Planeswalker. Yeah, it's gonna eat their life really fast. We've got Eviscerator's Insight and Victimize. Oh, they're gonna gain some life. Okay, what do we do? I think I'm just gonna lose the life. Losing 3 life is not. want to get that Valdelas Faithful down. Yeah, just sacrifice it. We'll get that. So, Gixian Puppeteer? Yeah, Gixian Puppeteer. We can use that later to get Connie. We can victimize it, actually. We get back Abomination and Starving Revenant. Sure, that sounds good. Bring these two out. Bring back a Kami. No, Kami's coming back anyways. Bring back the Cursebound Witch. And then we'll target the Marauder. Yeah, put both of those down. No need to lose the life. That's all. It's a big life cost, that Revenant. Oh, take the Necromancy. Sure, let's do that. What are we going to bring back with the Necromancy? Our Gixian Puppeteers. Opponent loses 5 life. They will get me to extract the truth. Sure, I'll sacrifice your Necromancy. That'll kill my Gixian Puppeteer. Oh, they're gonna scry with the Hopeless Nightmare. And that's it. Opponent's done. Well, interesting game.
Shark out!
Alright, starting off with a pretty good hand here. Double Valdelas Faithful, Blood Artist, Ashnod's Altar could be awesome, but you know what? We don't have any card draws, so we're gonna rip that one off. Great, we got the Eviscerator's Insight this time. We got the Phyrexian Tower, so you can hopefully drop a 3-drop on turn 2. We're gonna keep this, put back the Massacre Worm. So hopefully fetch that later. Drop Valdelas Faithful, and we're off to races. See what the opponent's doing. Giving me some strong black and red vibes, but apparently plays a forest, so who knows. Alright, Diary Sanitarium's good. We'll keep up the Eviscerator's Insight, just in case something happens. Gamekeeper's Talent. Okay, so it looks like we're playing against a 1-1 counter deck. Sure, let's try and draw some more cards, get some action going here. Get that Fear of Lost Teeth down probably, and you know what? No, let's draw and discard. We'll get rid of one of these swamps into another swamp. Kind of a good thing. So yeah, let's get rid of one of those lands. We've got 6 lands. This deck does not need 6 lands generally. Opponent discards an incubation. Okay, Bristly Bill. So it looks like we're going to try to chump Bristly Bill for a while until we can hopefully get ourselves one of them Accursed Marauder types. And hopefully the opponent can't just smash us before that. Yeah, Bristly Bill's already up to a 4/4. Victimize should help that out a bit. So put down the Fear of Lost Teeth. Probably, yeah, we'll play the Valdelas Faithful as well, just so we have 2 double chump blockers. And then we can probably use one of them to use something to get back something else with Victimize, or maybe we'll eviscerate something. It's gonna be an interesting one for sure. Alright, Bill now up to a 5/5 already. Opponent has not leveled up their Innkeeper's Talent yet. Let me guess. Fight spell? Probably a fight spell, actually. Yeah, I see a lot of clicking going on. Hard hitting, but makes sense. Alright, not sure if I want to block this Bristly Bill here. I think probably avoid that, honestly. Save that Fear of Lost Teeth for another turn. Yeah, just take the 6 here. I mean, hopefully the Fear of Lost Teeth can save us some more life than that next time. We'll see what happens. Abomination. We have 4 lands. That's a Phyrexian Tower. Oh, look at that. Auto painting, getting us the Abomination down, hitting the opponent in the face for 1, giving us a little bit of life back. We get their hard-hitting question, doesn't matter because they've got the Bill. Maybe we get the Spring Loom Druid if we eliminate that from their graveyard. So what do we see? Double spring bloom. All right. I actually don't know where that one came from. Well, I assume one came from their hand, one came from the top, one came from the graveyard. Gonna sacrifice the swamp. Go get 2 more swamps, because why not? Let's thin that deck. We've got Abomination here. So, my thought is, I think we try to, we're gonna chump with the Abomination, where normally normally in most decks, I would just chump with the Spring Bloom and try to do it, or maybe try to double block, or a lot of other things. Although it does look like the opponent wants to level up that Gamekeeper's Pass. If they were going to do that, they should have done that before they played a land, but... yeah, that's a silly sequencing there. They just lost out of the counter for no reason. Okay, so opponent's coming in with the 9/9. We're going to put in the Abomination. I'll block with that. Probably sacrifice their Spring Bloom Druid to bring out the Abomination with something else, and we'll see what happens from there. Yet another swamp. Yay. So, we got all the mana that one might ever need. Abomination, faithful? Yeah, sure. You know what? We can actually sacrifice the Abomination here to make mana with the Phyrexian Tower, and then we can use that mana to sacrifice the Valgalon's Faithful to bring back the Abomination a third time in 2 turns, and then we can use that to hopefully cast something else, and also Abomination will at that point become untapped. So, because right now it's tapped. I think I'm gonna take the Chocobo, to be honest. It's just another Choc Block. They still don't have trample yet, so it doesn't really matter what kind of attacks they do if they don't get trampled. So yeah, let's do the Abomination loop. Sacrifice it, make some mana, sacrifice the Faithful, go for the Abomination. This is also doing a decent job of emptying the opponent's hand. We've now taken 3 cards out of their hand over 2 turns. So, opponent is going to Snakeskin Veil Firstly Bill. So even if they didn't have the ward, we'd still have that. Okay, great. We'll cast that Spring Bloom Druid, we'll sacrifice another swamp. I really like both of these non-basics. So there we go. Oh, we get a couple of counters on that Chocobo. I think that probably this time, I do think Eviscerator's Insight in the graveyard could start getting good here. But yeah, we really do. As long as the opponent doesn't get a way to give Bristly Bill trample, I'm not really concerned by anything they're doing at this point. Yeah, time to just chump with their Spring Bloom Druid. I don't have a way to get back the other creatures. Okay, well maybe not. That's now a 35-35. Great. Buried Alive's alright here, but I think we're just going to Eviscerate her to see what we get. We'll sacrifice backwards the Gravian just to see what happens. And there we go. That's the card. Exactly the card we were looking for here. We're going to get ourselves a Curse of Marauder down. We've also got a Gixby Puppeteer in hand. I think we're well on the way to start to get what we want. Goodbye, Bristly Bill, and that's enough. Opponent says goodbye.
Sharka!
Very good hand here, actually. Probably play the Cursebound Witch. On 2, I think I want to play the Eviscerator's Insight over the Village Rites. You kind of want to use that and be the mana efficient with that one. And keep that Village Rites for when you might need the single mana. So, we're just going to go in with the Witch. Might as well give that point of damage. Opponent's playing blue. I mean, their name is blue. Their sleeves are blue. Their avatar is blue. Their land is an island. So, very blue. Ledger Shredder. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Alright. The long way off Captain Cruel Reality here. I think we just take the Sorcerer's Brew and see what happens. Ooh, Chupacabra's not bad. Alright, so we'll play that Commune. Get the Cursebound Witch. and get it hit with the commie's ability. Propht's eidetic memory. Okay, so the opponent's gonna draw a card. If they can double spell here, they're gonna draw another card with it that'll trigger the Ledger Shredder's Connive. Ooh. Yeah, they surveil, connive. If they discard a non-land here, yeah, they get that extra counter. They've now drawn 2 extra cards, 3 extra cards in this step. Wow, 5/7 Ledger Shredder on turn 3. Not bad. Well, bye. Ravenous Chupacabra cleans that up. I think we're probably going to. I'm gonna probably try to keep up village rights on the Chupacabra, and then I can victimize or a couple other things. Oh, never mind. We got a Marauder here, so there we go. And I think it might be time for the Demon Male Hobber to come out at some point this game. Get it just like that. We're gonna phase out the Chupacabra and the Accursed Marauder. That is very interesting. Alright, well we got our Accursed Witch back. Got 3 mana. Yeah, gonna swing in with the Marauder. Or the Common, rather. We'll play some Mox Jet. Considers. Alright, now I draw 1 extra card. Opponent is going to return Commie of Moon. That's actually not bad. I like that one. Now I get to replay it. I can put it on the Accursed Marauder. I can then sacrifice the instant speed with never mind, no, we're gonna sacrifice that. We're gonna keep them off drawing that card. Pick up this Trespasser's Curse probably, because it's cheap. Don't really know what else I'm gonna do with any of this, but we'll see. You know, I think maybe we're gonna have 6 mana next turn. I think the play here is to play the Commie in Morning. We're gonna target. Yep, swing with the Chupacabra. We're going to victimize the Chupacabra, getting back the Accursed Marauder and the Accursed Witch. Sacrifice the Marauder. Probably sacrifice their Soul Ward. And then play out that Commie. Get it down. We'll name Marauder with this one. And then we can probably start using that Hobber soon. We just go to equivalent to the Accursed Witch, sacrifice the Commie in response, kill off Oracle. Ooh, Phyrexian Tower. Yeah, so we'll use the Phyrexian Tower. Sacrifice that. That'll get the Marauder out. Opponent has another trick up their sleeve. Looks like. Yep. What are we doing? Mark the Swirling Mist again. Phasing out 2 cards. Okay. Which is Vengeance doesn't seem to be. They did say that's -3/-3 to all creatures of any one type. The opponent does seem to have been playing a lot of birds. All right, I'm gonna name that other Commie Morning, so I can start bringing things back. Opponent scratch 1. Scratch the top. With the Oracle, we're down to 6. 6 to 13. Ooh, Pixie 13. There's not bad. Use the Curse of Morning to bring back the Curse Battle Edge. Opponent is going to fragment reality on my Commie Morning. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to sacrifice that against speed, get the Phyrexian Tower, get back the Curse Marauder, destroy their Oracle. Get my Cursebound Witch again, as we were doing before. Play out the Puppeteer. And then we'll sacrifice the Puppeteer, targeting the equipped creature on there. Get the colony that's not going to. We'll sacrifice the Cursebound Witch again. Grab another Witch's Fangs for all those birds. We'll target Puppeteer, which you forgot, but doesn't really matter. We don't have a lot of 5-drops at this point, but let's get that Marauder back in the graveyard. Bring back that Witch, and now we get a 7/4. And why not sacrifice the Witch? Sure. Always fun. We'll see what the opponent's got here. Not like a whole lot. Let's play the Trespasser's Curse, targeting the opponent. Simply cast any creatures, Builder's Light. Calder Familiar. Opponent loses a life. We gain 1. Swing in for 11. 10. They're down to 2. I think I'm pretty solid here. Yeah, I don't know what the opponent does, and not anything. Good game. Shark Death! Hello, Xander. You want to see experience some Shark Death? Oh. I mean, it's really beautiful hand. We don't like to see old Armagon in the opening hand. There's the Gaia Reach to throw it away. Oh, this is really quite a nice hand. If the opponent's playing any sort of creature-based strategy, I'm going to be pretty happy with what's going on. Double Plains. All right, let's get that Blood Artist go. Well, Faithful and Double Plains, no creatures. Mutable. That's okay. Yeah, let's just swing with both creatures. Probably should have done Blood Artist here. Really just kind of flexing unnecessarily. I think the best idea here is to discard Armagon, but we'll keep flexing Threatening Tower up. Okay, discard Armagon. What did they got? They're discarding a Cameo Safety. Huh, okay. Let's go. We'll get in for 1. And we'll sacrifice that. Gone. They can lose life from Blood Artist. Oh, they're a Fog deck. Oh, look, they don't have any green though. So it's a Turbo Fog, but they didn't get green for Fogs. So it's a Turbo Fog. I see some creatures. Okay, so Mutable Explorer. We can remove that. Get in with Armagon, I think. Yeah. So let's play. Yeah, I think we can Bury Alive. We're gonna make sure we use that Gaia Reach Sanitarium mana for the Bury Alive, because we want to make sure we have the black without having to kill one of these creatures here. So we're going to put down Kami. We're going to put down probably Massacre Worm, maybe like Abomination. I think Gary would have been an interesting choice there as well. But yeah, let's get rid of the Mutable Explorer with the Cursed Marauder. The opponent does have the opportunity to to fire up their non-token Mutavault there, either to block with it or to give in. But ooh, that's they're down to 5. What's what turn? 5. I don't normally like to attack, but this is Shark Death. I figured we should with the Shark at least once. And we draw Gary. Okay, let's go with that. See what the opponent does. I'm guessing they're probably gonna Fog. Hey, Haze Pollen, how you doing? All right, well, you got 5 life. I've got 3 devotion. Gary will make it 5. So, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, please do your thing. And here we go. Good game. Exacxies. Don't forget, folks, Black has ways to take your life that do not involve doing damage to you.
SHARKIN!
This is the makings of a good hand, but I think this is actually a bad hand. We don't have a 1-drop. We don't. I guess we could get back to the Accursed Marauder. You know what? Let's keep it. Let's just go with it. We are on the play, unfortunately. We'll see what happens. I guess we could always try to get the Accursed Marauder in the graveyard, killing something of theirs. Get the Copy of Warning down, triggering it, and sacrifice it. Shrines. Okay, this will be interesting. Shrines haven't always been known to have a lot of creatures, but we'll see. Same with the Light. Okay, yeah, it's a very shriny deck. Okay, I think here, yeah, make the colorless from there. Make sure that gets used. Cast the Accursed Marauder on control, and we'll just draw cards to see what we get out of here. Alright, Gary's not bad. We can find a way to reanimate him. Gary can eat people's life really fast. There's coaching. Great. Okay, so I think here, I feel like it's a, yeah, it's gotta be Copy of Warning, leave up for X Tower, and make sure that we can remove that Ghost Tides to speed. And then we can, next turn we can get rid of, we can sacrifice the, we can cast the Gixie off the non-Phyrexian Tower, sacrifice it at instant speed, get back both the Copy and the Accursed Marauder, remove that next Ghost Tide. Ghost Tide lost Wisdom with the mill card. One's gonna mill me for 1, mill me for 2. Putting down Wreckage Wicker Folk. Ooh, Sephiroth. Haven't seen you in a minute. How you been, buddy? Alright, Gixie and Puppeteer. Great. Now we can remove the Ghost Tide, loss of Wisdom at instant speed. We've got Starving Revenant, KO Shot Plaza. Doesn't really hurt us yet. It does put the opponent rather severely hurt on mana, but it looks like they've missed it. No, they're on land drops. They might have missed this land drop, but they only got ahead of us by 1. Who got the Phyrexian Tower as well? Are they gonna? They don't have the mana up to cast the Ghost Tide, so we'll get that in the morning. I will name the Copy of Warning. The trigger itself. I'll sacrifice the Marauder. Okay, let's see what. Yeah, I feel like that's Sephiroth. Sacrifice Copy of Warning. Copy triggers Sephiroth. We can draw a card off that as well. Sacrifice hitting the Accursed Marauder. Pass now. Probably Revenant next turn. Crescent Island Temple, make them 3 monks. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Ask for it. Killer here. Buried alive. Well, we know what we want buried alive for. I think we put Otherwise, of course. It's probably our all-star. Master Worm, yeah. Blood Artist, yeah. This all makes a heck of a lot of sense to me. Starving Revenant. Okay, so we got currently you can see we got 7 permanents in the graveyard. So we get 1 more down. We start draining the opponent as we draw cards. Well, Ashnod's are also one of the best cards in our deck. Let's draw that. We'll drain the opponent for 1. Opponent's going to tap Sephiroth. Fine by me. I think we're going to. We also have the Starving Revenant that we start sacrificing to bring down the Copy of Morning. We're going to start looting everything we've got. Okay, opponent's going to take 3 of our life. We're going to make it the monk. We're going to go wider. That Massacre Worm is looking real fun. So this is going to be, I think, coming up one of our really ugly turns that we can have with this deck, where we've got the Phyrexian Tower to sack creatures, to make black mana. You can only do that once every turn, but that's still all right. We're going to have Ashnod's Altar as a limited sack outlet to make colorless mana. So with the amount of reanimation triggers we're going to get, we're going to have an insane amount of colorless coming up here. Opponent taps the Revenant. Oh no, they're going to hit us for 9. Oh no, I think we're going to die. Oh no, great. Oh, I got a Swamp. Cool. Yeah, play Swamp. Tap 3 Swamps. 4 Altar. I just really want to make sure I keep that thing up. So there we go. Starting at, oh, also Sephiroth is going to start to, Sephiroth's going to start to trigger. Yeah, call me aboard. We're going to name that Blood Artist. Unboss Faithful. Right, of course we have to do that first. Now we can sacrifice the Flame Warden. We've got 4 colorless mana already. The Curse of Marauder comes in. Dies as well. So that's our 4th trigger for Sephiroth. We've got Nagos Faithful. We're going to bring out that. We're going to sacrifice that. We're going to wipe all their board. That's another 4 triggers off Sephiroth. And another 5 triggers off the Massacre Worm. Yeah, let's just cast Gary. Bye. That's kind of the horrible things that this deck can do best.
SHARKIN!
Hi, Maya. The Wicker Folk might be enough to carry us here. We'll see what happens. Up against the infamous Cruel Claw, also known as Maya. A mountain to start with. Red Wicker Folk. I feel like I want one of those lands. I'm going to draw hopefully with either Village Rites or this site. Yeah, looks like we're going to keep that Scalding Viper off the field. Fire Inscription. Okay, this is going to be an interesting kind of a burn deck. I don't mind these decks. This is not the deck that really worries me about it. Perfect. Curse of Marauders is the perfect way to get rid of the Viper. We do take 1 damage off it on the way out, but we sacrifice it. They sacrifice that Viper. We get the heck out of here. Let's get without Wicker Folk. And probably Eviscerators in sight on the opponent's in the set. Abomination and Armagon. Ooh, okay, well, yeah, time to get that Revenant down. We're gonna probably draw a card. Yeah, I don't want to draw either of those, so that's okay. I don't mind not drawing cards I don't want to have in hand. Iron Man Tony Stark. Well, bye Tony. You're going to fall out of the sky somehow. Bye Tony. What was that? What does that card do? Huh? I don't see it yet. Urbrask's Forge? This is an interesting group. I gotta say, I like it. Alright, Guybrush Sanitarium, we're in our 6th land. That's why I'm glad we surveilled both those cards in the graveyard. Let's get the card out of the graveyard. Oh! I mean, O'Hare Accident was only for red sources. I once tried to build a deck that did king damage better. Attack reach you control get +1/+. Oh, you cast a hero, get a robot? Okay. And that's enough for the opponent. I mean, they are dead on board, so.
SHARKIN!
Decent opening hand, not the best one. We do the Gixie Puppeteer to start chaining things around if we can get stuff into the graveyard with Beric Alive. Vampire the Dire Moon. Don't hate that. Let's get our Curse Battle Lich down. Maybe let's play Land first. I swear I've played that before. Vampire Cavernous Souls. Fatal Push the Witch. Okay. Trespassers. Here, I would have really liked that, which it's a tribal deck, but that happens. Okay, so Fear Lost Event. If the opponent kills it, take out one of the vampires of the Dire Moon. If they attack, then I can take out both of them with the Fear Lost Event. I really love Fear Lost Event. That's a deck I've been playing for a while. Probably haven't anything that's based around Fear Ridicule. Fear Lost Event has been really one of the cards. Alright, I think it's time to just straight up bury alive. What are we gonna put down there? It's obviously going to be Calming Morning. I think we have an Accursed Marauder, Dogboss Faithful, Massacre Worm? Chupacabra? Yeah, okay, Chupacabra. That way we can trigger that, because at the end of the Ugly Legion we'll probably get out of Massacre Worm range soon. And Rika Dome not each player sacrifices a creature, they draw, they're going to draw that. Okay. This could be interesting. Great. Gixian Puppeteer. Really hoping they remove this, and then we can start the chain with the Edgar Charm. Not gonna make me sacrifice that. Just gonna swing. Oh, they are gonna swing. We got Vampire, thank goodness. I get blocked. Death Toucher. Great. Bring back Calming Morning. Will hit. Calming Morning will target the Lost Faithful. He will get probably play that land, use colors from this to cast the Accursed Marauder. This will leave us with 4 mana. So we can sacrifice the Accursed Marauder. Sacrifice Egg, of course, it's going to come back. That's fine. We're going to return the Dogboss Faithful. We're going to cast the Gixian Puppeteer off the Dogboss Faithful. That's not bad. They're not going to block. Let's see what we got. Amalia Benavides Aguirre. Huh. Pump the squad. Come in for 4 life. They put a Nighthawk together. Okay, well, we're going to sacrifice the common. We're going to bring out the Dogboss. Bring out the Chupacabra. Sure. Okay. Get rid of them. That's their one flyer. We know they've got the other flyer on top. Put the Rune Scar. Cool. We don't use this one very often, but it's kind of fun because we can start searching for things. So we can start seeing what we really want to get. Scavenger. Hello, how are you? Welcome back. I think maybe we bring up that demon next turn to be a blocker for it. So sacrifice the Gixian. Gixian Puppeteer is going to bring back 2 creatures. We're going to bring back Kami again with it. Yeah, we're going to target that Accursed Marauder this time for sure. Yeah, it's got to be the Marauder. Alright, now we got that. Now we can bring this and put this out. We can get the demon. That's a 2-turn. It'll let us go get Ashnods. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. So now we've got instant speed sacrifice. They've got a wide board, but I feel like we can block most of it. They do seem to be playing a little bit conservatively with those tokens, in my opinion. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, they're just they're keeping them all in back. Okay. Well, let's block the Chupacabra. We want the dead. We want the Kami to die. We want the Nighthawk Scavenger to kill. The Waker Trigger Foe can block Edgar. The Rune Scar Demon will block the Scavenger while it still can. Okay, so that's a trade. It's a trade. A couple of trades. All of our stuff dies. Amalia gain life. Dogboss Faithful comes out. Accursed Marauder comes out. We could make colorless mana here, but we have nothing to do with it. We don't have garbage to tear him up. So Edgar goes away again. They gain 3 life. Gain life 3 times, rather. So opponent's at 39, we're at 7. Edgar's now turned back. Okay. Or sorry, back into the coffin. So no longer is a lord. And Rika comes out. Okay. Victimize. We'll get what? Demon. Kami? Maybe the demon and the Chupacabra. Yeah, let's get that demon for sure. Demon the puppeteer? Now that works. Alright, so let's search for a card. What do we think? There's a lot of stuff we could use here. Some village rights. Okay. Draw that. Put the Kami. Kami can name itself. Sacrifice the Marauder. No, sacrifice the Balagot's Faithful. Because we've got still got our Phyrexian Tower. So I think we can do some serious damage to their board. So, we're going to make some colorless mana. We'll sacrifice that Kami in Morning, colorless mana. We'll sacrifice the Balagot's Faithful here. No, cost sacrifice the Curse Marauder. Get rid of one of them. Sacrifice Balagot's Faithful, right? Because we're going to sacrifice the demon. So we've got, now we're up to 6. We can bring all these creatures back. Yeah. Curse Marauder kills forces them to kill one more. Enrico, no. Okay, it's gonna be we're gonna target another creature we have. Do we have that one drop down? We do have a Fear of Lost. Let's get it out. So now we can sacrifice the Balagot's to make some extra mana before we sacrifice the Kami Morning. Look at that, we got 10 colors, 12 colors mana in our mana pool now. Great. Fear Lost Heat. Sacrifice it. Make them. They lose Enrica. We kill their vampire. Sacrifice the Curse Marauder. Get back the Fear Lost Teeth. Sacrifice the Fear Lost Teeth for the Phyrexian Tower. Now we've got 16 mana. Oh, accidentally killed the Balagot's Faithful. I meant to trigger that. I forgot what I was doing. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. Yeah, it's okay. This is easy. Great, we'll sacrifice the Fear Lost Teeth this time. Thing, kill the token. There we go. What do we want to bring back? Let's bring back the demon. Sure, let's get another card. What do we get? Demon Male Hauberg. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna target the Curse of Marauder, sacrificing the demon. Alright, that was actually a really good point. Okay, so now we can target something else in the graveyard. Probably Sephiroth, Gixie Puppeteer, right? This if we start using. All right. Well, we've removed the opponent's board. We can get rid of that token at its speed, and I think the opponent's pretty much done here. They've seen everything. All right. Well, this video was brought to you by Not Too All Right on Magic Arena. Kudos to you. Be a reasonable human being and concede. Don't be a jerk and rub people out. Like, really, if you're gonna lose, just have some dignity. All right, thank you very much, folks. We'll catch you in the next one when we're gonna probably do worse things to our opponent, because that's the kind of decks we play. See ya.
Shark out!